Hi, this is an introductory video for Easier Storycraft, the latest in my Little White Book series. Um, so what you're looking at is the PDF version, and you can see that it's 57 pages, but you've got a couple of pages of front matter and contents at the beginning. So Easier Storycraft is all about the taking you, game masters are not storytellers because the whole role playing thing is a interactive story and you've only got control of certain parts of it. So it's using the parts that you can control to help craft the story. So it's kind of nudges here, nudges there, um, and it's all about kind of using the bits you can control to improve the overall shared storytelling experience. Because as a game master, so much of the burden of that falls on you. You're the one that's accused of railroading. You're the one that's expected to create a compelling setting, but then you're not supposed to do a lore bomb where you just kind of you know give all the players all this lore which just goes straight over their heads and they pay no attention. So you have all the barriers, you have all the responsibilities or the burdens, and so this book is all about lightening that burden and doing what you can to make a good story. It's very much about based on improv techniques, um, and the dramatic ladder is kind of the central idea. Where, in a horror movie, for example, it will start off with a sense of unease, and then something bad will happen, which will ramp the fear up. But then it backs off a little bit. It comes back down the ladder. Maybe people to doubt whether they really saw it, or they try and explain it away, and then you ramp up the pressure again, and then it gets almost to a climax, and then you ease off again. So you're going up and down a dramatic ladder all the time. In action movies, there'll be a big gunfight, but then you'll give the heroes a moment's respite. The gunfight went up the ladder, the moment of respite, brings them back down. They might gain a vital clue or an ally, which takes the pressure off again. But then the next wave of bad guys come and the pressure goes up. So it's all about going up and down the dramatic ladder. Um, there's some bit about different kinds of scenes and how you can work them all into the dramatic ladder. Um, Revelations reveal information, resolutions close off dead ends and or sort of loose ends. Now, the emotions chapter introduces a improv technique that game masters can use, and the improv technique is called the emotion machine. And no book of mine is complete without a post-it note, and you can use index cards, post-it notes, um, about prepping yourself for playing improvised emotional scenes. Um, and then it is more techniques about different things that come up in in good stories. Uh, you know, some of it's you already know about weaving the backstories into the main story. Journeys gets a chapter because we all grew up with Lord of the Rings and this idea of this epic journey from Shire to Mordor. And yet when you try and play them, they often they fall flat. So there's a little chapter on uh, sort of epic journeys, angels and devils. These are kind of NPCs that try and tug your characters in different, make suggestions, where uh, one way or the other, and then a few more sort of just general techniques for the storytelling. Now, almost every game master knows the idea of yes and, where we're always encouraged to say yes. You know, the mildest yes is yes, you can certainly try, which is kind of GM speak for, but it isn't going to work. Um, but yes, and is about taking what the players give you and then extending it. But in improv, there's a natural opposite to that, which is the no and so I cover that a little bit as well. And then there's the conclusion. So that's it. You've seen the entire book, black and white book. Um, it's in PDF at the moment, and it will be in print on demand, and available from Lulu, Amazon, drive-through, and my own store as well. So that's it. That's Easier Storycraft, the latest in the Little White Book series. Okay, thank you for watching.